This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And then the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIL 2A Girls Champions, the Seneca Bobcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Worker down inside, and alley-oop, the young gun.
She'll strike it, and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Seneca, the defending champions, 12-7-0. And Alex, when you look at these two teams, obviously experience shouldn't be an issue. You would think with all the players coming back from last year, both these teams being in the championship last year, in theory you'd say no jitters. But both of our coaches in the pregame immediately told us, composure was their main key to the game.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of it's going to come down to, being able to set the pace of the game, whether you're playing direct, whether you're playing possession. Obviously, composure plays more into a possession-style game, but we'll see what both teams are able to bring.
They're announcing the starting lineups out on the field. Wilmington will be in the home blue uniforms. Seneca will be in the road whites. We'll get the camera back up and running. We had some fun Wi-Fi situations up here, but it looks like we're up, ready to go. Our production team of Josh and Rob, they got everything going. So let's get right into our starting lineups here tonight, brought to you by Doran Concrete. We'll start with the Wilmington Greyhounds. In goal, a sophomore, Josh Legnoski. The defenders are Maddox Reeder, Seth Arblaster, Josiah Johnston, and Chris Morozek. The midfield, Elliot Moore, Colin Hill, and Beckett Miller. And up front, Jake Wilson, along with Ryder Turvo and Daniel Wilson. The main thing you're looking at difference between these two teams, Alex, a lot more goals scored for the Wilmington Greyhounds on the year, including their leading goal scorer. 25 goals now on the year for Ryder Turvo.
Which is, that's putting up crazy numbers considering that their lead goal scorer last year graduated and had scored 30 goals on that season. So they're producing some real strikers at Wilmington.
It's fun to see, and a very young lineup too, which is also awesome because you have to go along with it a great balance of youth and experience, sophomores and seniors. That's it in the lineup. 6 sophomores, 5 seniors for this Greyhounds program as we are underway with Seneca having first possession coming up the field and then stolen away near midfield. That's Ryder Turvo quickly coming up the other direction with it. We'll talk about the keys of the game here in a moment. Nice through ball to find it up ahead. Jake Wilson giving chase, unable to get to it in time. Good job to possess it first in the opening minute, and now kicked out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in attempt for Wilmington in the attacking third early. Throw in towards the edge of the box, headed down. Controlled by Seneca and out of play. I tell you what, they didn't waste any time between games, Alex, getting this second game going as the Seneca Lady Bobcats won the girls 1A championship by a 4-1 score in the first match. Another throw in the attacking third, just 1 minute into the game. And this one cleared back out of danger towards midfield. Colin Hill doing battle there at midfield with the freshman Josiah Zazeta, stolen away by Wilmington. Good through ball, but well read and stolen away by Aiden Toothman. Ball towards midfield. Just 2.5 minutes into this contest. 40-minute halves in the high school game. Stolen away at midfield by Braden George, the junior forward. Mentioned the leading goal scorer with 25 goals for Ryder Turvo. Reed Yost with only 11 goals, but he's the leading scorer for Seneca. Hoffman getting the ball on the near side, going one-on-one. Able to fight through one and two tackles and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, I mean, so far we've seen a fair amount of possession by the Wilmington team. A lot of playing to feet, short passes. The places that it's broken down is when they've gone for the longer ball. It's been intercepted. And just some stalwart defending so far out of the Seneca side. Seneca, it looks like they're playing a little more direct. It's unclear whether that's their game plan or if that's the position that Wilmington has put them in early on, just kind of pinning them in, and they just need some defensive reliefs, and that's the pressure valve is to just clear the ball up the field.
Working to get our camera situated. Good steal near midfield, and again, going for the long ball up the field, having to hustle back is Jed Brown, the senior sweeper. He's able to corral it and clear it out of danger for Seneca under their coach, Jay Pikevitz. He said his 4th year at Seneca, but he's been at least 25 years coaching in the area. And talk about a family affair. His wife's an assistant coach on the now district championship team. His 2 sons listed as assistants for the boys team. They're both out at college right now, so they're not here tonight. Now about Olivia. All 4 goals in the girls championship game just a few minutes ago here.
Yeah, just an outstanding performance there. We were able to catch the tail end of that, and it was a 4-1 win over Mercer, and she had all 4 of their goals.
Pikevitz 4, Mercer 1, right here scoreless in the 3rd minute of play. Good control, nice pass, stepping in front, Jake Wilson, nifty move at the edge of the box. His shot may have taken a deflection. It's going to be saved. First save of the night for Mike Peterson in goal for the Seneca Bobcats.
Yeah, really great shielding there to receive that offensively with your back to the defender and then be able to make that turn and get the shot on goal without so much as a glance beforehand.
Throw in from Josiah Johnston, one of 3 Johnstons on the roster. Josiah, the sophomore, and the freshmen Ethan and Bryce. Ball knocked out of play, and we're going to have our first substitute of the game. And I wondered if that would be the case for Mercer. When we talked to Coach Pikevitz before the game, Alex said, they're battling the injury bug. It's not ideal, but we'll see what happens. Braden George up front in the 4-4-2 with Lucas Hoffman.
I think we can expect a big throw here.
It's going to be Sean Renner trying to throw it into the box, and he does, almost all the way to the penalty stripe. Trying to go for the shot there was Beebe, and it's going to be him shouldered off the ball, couldn't really get anything on it, and cleared back to midfield. Good defensive close out there, Alex, by the Hounds D.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, the second you see somebody else coming to take the throw from the middle of the field and he wound up, you knew he's going to be a key offensively throwing the ball in there.
Battle on the far sideline right in front of the benches. Hounds had possession momentarily, and now it's going to be cleared out of play, and it will be a throw-in for for Seneca on the far sideline. Knew I was going to do that at least once. Mercer, the girls team that took on Seneca in the first game here tonight. Throw-in goes over the top. Legnoski coming all the way out and has to dive on it to make sure all was safe. That's a confident keeper right there. A sophomore Legnoski between the pipes. High boot towards midfield. Brought down to the feet and stolen away there by Seneca. They're coming near side looking for Hoffman. Hoffman in a foot race on the far side. Cleared out of play, and again you'll see probably a long throw after Colin Hill, the senior, able to knock it out of danger. Keys to the game brought to you by Health and Motion Physical Therapy. Both coaches said composure first and foremost. Wilmington, they said they want to play with the ball on the ground more than anything. They feel more confident. A good header there. How about that for a confidence play by Maddox Reeder to head it away out of danger. Now Wilmington trying to counter. With it at midfield. Through ball. Actually, he's going to go off the defender's back, but still with possession is Wilmington. Now they're working it to the outside. Give and go, but well read defensively by Jed Brown. He's already called his name a few times here tonight as he clears it back up towards midfield. Good defensive play again by Brown.
Yeah, absolutely a fantastic read on that. He saw the runner going, stayed right with him, and was able to cut off the angle that he knew was coming from that give and go.
Position with Colin Hill, tries to work it up on that far sideline for Beckett Miller. Turns, faces, nifty move to get around Beebe. Waiting, there's a cross towards the center. Wilson waiting for it, but it's a little bit too high over everybody's head. Now a foot race, and it's going to be won by the Seneca defense, and a good job to clear it out of danger and keep it in play on this near sideline. One-on-one move, but running out of real estate. So far, we've seen good defensive play here in the first 7 minutes of play from the Seneca D.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gritty. They're tenacious. They're keeping their eyes peeled for where the runners are, where the passing lanes are, making sure that they're occupying the lane while also being aware of where the attacking player is moving. Yeah, just really, really solid stuff from their defense so far.
Run here from Ryder Turvo, the Hounds' leading scorer. He's unable to keep it in play, though. He had the lone goal in the semifinals for Wilmington in the 61st minute, a 1-0 win in that semifinal game over Mercer. How about this? The other semifinal for Seneca, a 1-0 win over Iroquois. Both those games 1-0, goals almost at the exact same time, and both of them for the third time to beat an opponent. Always difficult to beat a team 3 times in 1 year, Alex.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, it's a testament to the quality of each of these sides that they were able to win all 3 of those games. And, you know, in Wilmington's case, the margin getting closer and closer as the season went on. You know, the first time they played, well, I guess the margin didn't get closer, but we had 4-2 and then 2-0 and then 1-0. So, yeah, I mean, real testament to these guys out here that they were able to withstand quality opponents 3 times in one season.
Still scoreless here in a rematch of last year's championship game. One thing that's different about this year from the last 2 years that Wilmington's been here and been the runners-up, they have their head coach here for the first time. How about that? Kevin Hill, unable to attend the championship game each of the last 2 years due to a work conflict. He said, new job this year. I'm here. He just hopes that he has the butterflies because it's his first time and the boys not their first time.
Yeah, it's interesting to have your players be more experienced in a championship setting than you are, despite the fact that you've been their coach. But yeah, I mean he's excited to be here. He's a little nervous to be here, and he has confidence in his boys that, you know, if they can play their game, control the pace, that they'll come out on top.
Only one shot so far in the game, and it came from the Hounds here in the opening 9 minutes of play. Trying to work the far sideline again is Ryder Turvo. He will get around the defender. Actually, it took a touch out of bounds, last touched by the Bobcats. So here comes the Hounds' throw to Wilson. Playing the face, drops it back. A lot of room here in the middle. That's where the Hounds like to play, according to Coach Hill. Trying to work the middle as much as they can, going 1-on-3. Good job by the sophomore Turvo. Fighting off a couple defenders. Long shot, takes a deflection, and then cleared out of danger on second touch. I believe knocking out of the play at the end there was Dean. That's Beebe, Cameron Beebe on that far side. Centering pass just again, another little touch by the defense. Don't need to get all of it, Alex, but they're doing enough to not allow the Hounds to get any little open opportunities in front of the net.
They're just always in the right place. And you can say that's lucky, but, I mean, there's so much behind that. There's so much positional awareness that goes into it. And, yeah, ball awareness, player awareness, all of that.
Long shot here from Turvo is going to go up and over the crossbar, and some of it leads to frustration like that right there. He probably had a couple more dribbles, but he finally saw he had space and said, I'm going to go with it. So it'll be a goal kick. Is another substitute coming in for the Bobcats. They're in a 4-4-2. Wilmington playing a 4-3-3. Any real difference or advantage one way or the other when those two formations going against each other, Alex? It sounds like both teams are going to play their game and not adjust to really what the others is doing.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different ways that you can play either of those systems. You know, if you're playing a 4-4-2, are you sending, you know, the weak side midfielder, outside midfielder up, or are they, you know, sending the near side midfielder up? I mean, I wouldn't say there's a particular advantage one over the other. They're very, very similar systems when it comes to actual gameplay.
Wilmington, for the most part, controlling possession in this first half, and as soon as I say that, it is turned over, and Seneca looking to counter. And as soon as I say that, stolen back away by Wilmington, trying to work the through ball right back to Elliott Moore. He kicks it right back forward. Wilmington back into the attacking third yet again. Turvo, the sophomore, going one-on-one. Drops it back, looking for help.
He's just so comfortable on the ball.
Good 1-2 play there with Elliott Moore. Again, able to split a pair of defenders, but whiffs on the cross. Somehow still with possession, though. Wilson shoved off the ball from behind and is going to be cleared back out towards center. And again, here comes the Seneca counter, and a good scrambling defense coming back over by one of the defensive captains to knock it out of play. That's Maddox Reeder. So you can see in the early going, now Seneca's coach, Jay Pekevitz, was really worried about the Wilmington speed. I'll tell you what, it's Seneca who's shown off the wheels here in the first 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's looking like they're going to be most dangerous in the counter. Wilmington's playing a lot of possession and trying to build it up and wear down the defense over time. But there could be some serious opportunities from the Seneca side, you know, on the counter attack, especially if Wilmington gets comfortable sitting in the attacking third and their defense is on their heels.
Offside's the call. Your offside brought to you by Medore Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions at Medore Bonner Law, a community firm with personal connection and individualized service. Moore able to knock it away and regain possession for Wilmington. Now they look to counter. Pass ahead looking for Jake Wilson right through the middle. Able to corral it. Now sends it off for Turvo on this near sideline. Nifty move to get around the defender. Gets inside the box looking for a pass to the middle, and it's going to be deflected. Second chance effort, but right at the goalie.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, the foot skills on Turvo are just outstanding.
Incredible shot from right up front. Believe that was Beckett Miller taking the shot. And he had plenty of room left or right, but unfortunately for him, right into the gut of the keeper. And a good job by Peterson coming all the way out. Bobbled it for a minute, but was able to corral it and hold on. 2 saves early, but that last one by Peterson, an early nomination for a Maley Chiropractic play of the game as it keeps us scoreless here in the Class 1A D10 Championship.
There we see the speed again on the Seneca side.
Good job by Colin Hill to help usher it out of bounds for a goal kick. 14 minutes into the game. This goal kick brought to you by Castle Asphalt. They provide commercial or residential asphalt paving, commercial site work, and commercial line striping. Visit castleasphalt.com for more information and to request a free estimate. Good possession here from Seneca as they get it to Braden George, and it's going to be knocked out of play, and they say last touched by the Bobcats, much to the disagreement of the Seneca faithful here in attendance. Mason Harvey in for the first time for Wilmington. Through ball looking for the far side, but it's going to be still within possession of Jed Brown, unable to clear it out of play, get it out of danger at least, and now back out to midfield. Jed Brown playing kind of a almost a sweeper role. Not really officially one in this 4-4-2 alignment, Alex, but I guess it is a diamond in the back,
yeah,
you said, right?
They said they're playing the diamond in the back. It's not a flat 4, so he is, technically speaking, he's a sweeper.
He's made 3 or 4 big plays off of that back line already.
And again, it's the field awareness that is really sticking out to me from the Seneca defense. Just their positioning is phenomenal.
And how much of that is just instinct and how much of it is coaching?
So much of it's coaching. I mean, you've got people who are just, good athletes and have great spatial awareness and kind of generally know where they are. But to have a coach that can really lay out, like, this is why you need to be in this particular place, because it's not always intuitive. In fact, sometimes it's counterintuitive. And, I would have to guess that they've had a lot of training on their spacing.
Centering pass on the ground, controlled at the edge of the box, and first shot easily corralled by Josh Legnoski. First time Legnoski's been tested. How important as a goalie is it to get a quote-unquote easy save under your belt and get a touch early on?
I don't feel qualified to speak to that, having only ever played JV goalie.
How important is it as a defender, where you were, to see your goalie, though, make a stop early? Maybe that's a better question.
That's true. Yeah. No, I definitely, I mean, I think it helps overall with team confidence just to get that out of the way. I mean, I can tell you for certain that it hurts to have the first shot be a goal. Hurts confidence for everyone. So in that sense, yeah, it's probably a good thing to get an easy save.
Lucas Hoffman going one-on-one with Josiah Johnston, and we're going to have our first Red Zone corner kick of the game. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Custom apparel, embroidery, sporting goods, and more. They're voted best of the best in Lawrence County. I believe it's going to be Braden Kibbe, who's been doing most of the corner kick work all year. As soon as I say that, no, it's going to be Braden George, who's going to do an in-swinging corner, and it's going to be headed right from the edge of the 6-yard box back out towards midfield, but still in the attacking third with it is Seneca. With it here now is Hoffman. Hoffman knocked out of play there by Mason Harvey.
And they're going to have their throw-in specialist coming in. I haven't caught his number yet.
Already seen one long throw coming in from the Bobcats. Right, and to the edge of the 6-yard box on the throw from Sean Renner. It's going to go out of play again. He'll say, hey, I'll show off the arm strength again. Sean Renner, the senior midfielder, 8 assists on the year, a bunch of them, I'm sure, coming from this one. And here's one, an open shot, and again, right into the gut of the keeper. So both keepers, maybe positional awareness and maybe a little luck that it's come right at him. That was an open look from right on the doorstep.
I mean, and that was directly off of that throw-in. He threw that ball into the center of the 6. And then it was an attempt at a volley off the right foot of the forward.
We remain scoreless. Both teams with a good look here in the early going. Good run here to stay onside. Wilmington into the attacking third, into the box. Cross is going to be scooped up. Nifty play by Peterson to make sure no one was going to get that one on the doorstep. Mason Harvey again was given a run from his midfield position. I'm guessing the ankle looks all right there, Alex, for the Seneca keeper.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be hurting too bad.
Yeah, Coach told us before the game he got banged up.
During gym class.
You know what? Maybe it was, this game was supposed to be yesterday, but they had 7+ inches of snow around here. You kind of lose the thought process. Hey, it's Thursday in gym class. We do have a game tonight. That's got to be a coach's worst nightmare of any injury, but hearing that something went wrong in gym class. Had that a few years ago down at Union, where their leading scorer playing gym class football tore his ACL before his senior season.
Oh my gosh, what a nightmare.
Good news for the Bobcats. Peterson is in goal tonight. Averages 6 saves per game already with a pair of them here tonight in the Class 1A District 10 Championship. Winner will take on the District 7 WPIL champion. That game will be taking place on Tuesday. That championship game in the WPIL between Charleroi and Bentworth is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock down in Pittsburgh. I know you can check that broadcast on the NFHS network. Is this one stolen away and then trying to make a slide back and knock it out of play after getting dispossessed? Coming right back was Colin Hill to give to at least alleviate the pressure for a moment. You lose possession, Alex, you go and get it right back. That's it. They did whistle a foul. Didn't hear the whistle from up here, up in the booth.
I was wondering if that was going to be called. There have been a couple of plays where Seneca defenders have come from behind the Wilmington attackers, and in an attempt to draw the foul, the Wilmington player has gone down a little easier than they might have. That one, the initial contact, I thought may have been a foul, but definitely when you're racing back and then you take the player out, it's
right on cue. A ball in the air, right to the edge of the 6-yard box, and a goal scored on the header. Seneca strikes first, 1-0 here in the 22nd minute of play.
Well, I was incorrect on the mode of the goal. I thought it would be a counter, but a restart from a dead ball is pretty close.
And apologies, we'll get confirmation. I believe it was number 24, Lucas Hoffman, on the goal. We will confirm. But Seneca, the defending champions, the 2 seed in this tournament, they strike first midway through the first half. And all it takes is a moment, and we talked with Coach Hill before the game, Alex, if there is a quote-unquote weakness of this Wilmington team, it was going to be in the aerial attack, and for sure Seneca exploited it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now is where there's a question of whether the experience here last year is a benefit or a deficit to Wilmington. Do they look at this as, oh, okay, here we go again? You know?
And it was almost a here we go again opportunity, because cutting right through the middle again was Hoffman. This time with the boot, goes up over the bar and out of play.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Wilmington in this situation, you've got to make sure that you are keeping your composure, keep playing your game, possess the ball, and if you're Seneca, you smell blood. You go for the kill, right? If you can put away 2 or 3 goals early, you have these guys convinced that there's nothing that they can do.
Wilmington controlled a good chunk of the possession in this first 20 minutes of play too, Alex. That's got to be also demoralizing. You've controlled most possession, but the Bobcats strike first.
It's a game of phases, you know. It'll come and go. When you've got 2 fairly evenly matched teams like this, you're going to have the phase where Wilmington has possession, and then there's going to be a phase where Seneca has possession, and it's all about outlasting the other team's phase and trying to cut it as short as possible. But you're going to have those swings in momentum.
Nifty header over the top to move the ball down the field. Wilmington, and at this point too, there's still lots of time left. Got to play your game. Trying to use the speed here on the near side, giving chases Mason Harvey, unable to control it though, and he goes to the turf as Seneca comes back the other way. Hoffman with possession. A little bit too far out in front of him. But he stays in possession, now gets around the defender to the edge of the box. He'll look to cross again. Cross on the ground and cutting in front is the Seneca attacker. And now we're going to have a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to get a foul against Seneca coming back the other way. But man, a run that somehow cutting in front of the defender. That's the worst thing you can have happen. And somehow Wilmington able to survive it. Sean Renner getting right again into the thick of it. Wilmington will earn the throw here with about 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Coming up at the half, we'll get you some first half stats and figures. Take a look again at how the teams are going through their keys to the game, as this one's cleared out towards midfield. Throw in coming for Seneca. They take it quickly, and again, a long throw there from Dan O'Connell this time. Wilmington able to clear out to midfield, but to the feet of Braden Kibbe. Kibbe again quickly working up the far sideline. Passing it up there, looking for Hoffman. Actually, that's Yost on the far side. He gets into the box. Now all of a sudden, it's Seneca with all the possession. This one trickles right through the 6-yard box and out of play for a goal kick. All of a sudden, something has clicked here for the Bobcats as they've put all the pressure on this Wilmington D.
And that's exactly what it is. It's pressure. They're still playing fairly direct. They're not looking to possess. They're looking for opportunities to strike. Where are the seams? Where can we put this ball through to get it as close to the goal as possible? And can we throw our bodies at it? Can we put something on it to get it the extra mile?
How about that nifty back heel to go up over the top? And then Turbo pops it up to himself again. This kid has some nifty footwork. Passes it back to Beckett Miller. He's going to go around the defender. Gets around George into the 18-yard box, and it's going to be knocked out of play, and it looks like it double deflected back off of him and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he did a great job to try and fight around that corner there, and he made it around the first defender and got stopped by the sweeper.
Again, Jed Brown, that sweeper has been clutch here so far. Lucas Hoffman, his 8th goal of the season in the 22nd minute. Our lone goal of the game here in the Class 1A championship. Last year was a 5-1 affair between these two teams. As the Hounds again earn themselves a throw-in. Down to 14 minutes remaining in this first half. Chip over the top, able to get a piece of it there with Aiden Toothman. Back towards midfield where it's corralled there by Josiah Johnston. Now
That's
within his
turn.
hill. Turns to face, but possession lost. And again, Seneca trying to work with speed with Reed Yost, but everybody converging defensively. Good step forward there from Seneca to start the counterattack and at least get possession back. That's attacking the soccer ball the whole way by the defense. A good aggressive and confident defense, and now a good run down the far sideline. Here's a cross towards the edge of the box. Knocked back right into the hands of Seneca. Diving shot and in.
A near post goal. That's tough.
I believe that was Reed Yost on the shot. I'll check that. It was not Yost. We'll confirm here in a second. Came right back to his feet.
Seneca, number 29, Josiah.
It was Josiah Zazada, the freshman, with his 7th goal of the year. And that's a big insurance goal and a big confidence goal, really, for Seneca, and a morale decline for Wilmington, now down by 2 scores.
13:07. That was just weird. I started at 13:12. It's 13:03.
27th minute goal, down to 13 minutes even remaining.
12:59, 12:58, 12:57, 56.
Yeah, it's been all Seneca for the past 10 minutes.
And really, yeah, the first probably 16, 17 minutes, Alex, was all Hounds. Everything into, like, it was like the field was slanted to the right as you're watching it here at lcsportsnet.com. And what really has changed, other than maybe a little more energy for Seneca? What really has changed for them?
I'm trying to pick it out, and it's tough to say. I mean, it's really purely energy. They weren't able to get many opportunities in the first couple minutes, and it was like once they got their first opportunity, then more started to come. They were able to work the ball into the attacking third with some regularity, and it's just increased and increased from there. It's a freight train going downhill.
Seneca looking to build on it now as Braden George finds some space in the middle of the pitch here on the turf at Franklin High School. Unable to counter, though, with it. Braden Johnston going one-on-one with Josiah Johnston. Stolen away by Hill. Hill looks to start. Here's a pass. Splits the defense. What a great find to get it to Ryder Turbo. Corrals. Shot. Grounder. And it's right at the goaltender for his 3rd save. Mike Peterson able to deny Turbo again.
That through ball could not have been any better paced. He slotted it through there for the runner. And, Turbo at first, when he took that pause, that beat to collect the ball, I thought, no, you got to shoot it right away. But he did create another opportunity for that shot by cutting it back. And then he was trying to be composed, keep it on goal. I mean, you see that and you can hit, Mars with that shot. And he did keep it on frame, but unfortunately directly to the keeper.
Coach Bekevitz of Seneca said one of the keys was to hold their marks tonight. For the most part, they've done an all right job. That was one of the few times you've seen space created, especially on that through ball from the Hounds offense. Here's a long shot, and it's finding its way to the net. 3-0 on a goal off the bench. How about a great time to get your first goal of the year for Brady Siebold?
And that was a great look. I mean, I don't know if he was able to take the time and really examine it, but the goalkeeper was pulled out a little bit, and he was able to just chip that right over the top in the back of the net.
And not sure if he was intentionally putting it on frame or if he was looking for a cross, but Lignoski a little bit too far out from the pipes. First goal of the year for Brady Siebold. It makes it 3-0 Bobcats here in the championship game.
And that's hard. There's not much you can do about that as a keeper. It's not that he was wildly out of position or anything like that. You're not expecting the kid to take the shot from there. And your defenders, you're really expecting, the people on the field to be closing that down so that there's not as much opportunity for that shot to come.
3-0 your score. Just over 10 minutes to play in the first half. Goals from Hoffman, Zazeta, and Seabolt. And guess what? All underclassmen. While we have a moment, want to remind you, tomorrow during pregame of the 3 football games we'll have coverage of, we will announce our LCAP Team of the Month, and we'll also announce our male and female LGKG Athletes of the Month for the month of October. So check out whether you're watching the Laurel, Union, or Mohawk football games in the first round of the District 7 playoffs. We'll have those announcements coming up about 10 minutes prior to kickoff. Wilmington football will have a bye week before they play Farrell in the semifinals next week. Pass ahead, looking for winners, stolen away. Here comes Seneca the other direction. Nice give and go, and again around the defense goes Reed Yost, but his pass can go a little bit too wide. Better possession there from Wilmington to find the holes is what you were looking there for, Alex.
Right, yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that, Wilmington was starting to look more themselves there. They were slowing the play down, playing the way they faced, being patient, moving off the ball, all of the things that come with composure and with a possession game. And you saw they were able to hold possession for a bit there, and where they lost it is when they then tried to go direct to the forward. And it's crazy. For 2 very good teams, they play at very different paces. It's not that Wilmington's not fast. They're just very methodical.
Braden George trying to move it up quickly, and he's going to take one from 30 yards out. Really more of a shot pass. It's cleared back out to midfield where it's headed down by Winters. Wilmington not afraid. They've played a whole number of players in this game and a good job of screening off and allowing Legnoski to get to this one. But talking to Coach Hill before the game, Alex, he said, well, everybody's got experience. Heck, everybody on the roster has a goal this year. He's not afraid to put anybody in when they need to.
Yeah, he talked about having a lot of depth and, being unsure to what extent they would use that in this game, but looking for opportunities to get some of the players some more experience at this level if the opportunity presents itself.
And a foul there near midfield, and this is how the first goal of the game was scored for Seneca off of a long free kick and a cross to the middle. This free kick from about 45 yards out.
You'll have a tougher time from this angle.
But it's a shot on frame, and it actually didn't miss by much.
Wow. Yeah, that was from the 40-yard line, so that's a 50-yard kick in the air, just barely missing wide of the frame. If you're going to score off of that angle, that's how you're going to do it. That's a very tough angle to try and, get a header off of, anything like that when you're kicking it directly down the field.
Don't tell Rob Nattell, but I just had to take a sweatshirt off here in the press box. Nice and toasty here in the press box at Franklin. Rob Nattell out there on the field, not so much. A brisk 30 degrees now outside.
In the cold.
Hazard pay for Mr. Nattell tonight. Down under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Nice move again, finding space in the middle, the through ball, allowing it to go through, but again, the help defense coming across to get it at the last second. Winters tried to send it back across, but his pass off the mark. And guess who it is again, Alex? It's Judd Brown.
Yeah, the whole defense there, the shape was fantastic. I'm delighting in this.
The former defenseman certainly enjoying what's being seen here, as they're going to get a foul as a shove off the ball called against Seneca. And how common is it? I hear a lot about a diamond in the middle, but when Coach said diamond in his back line, that was a little bit surprising for me, but from a more soccer seasoned veteran, diamond in the back, something you see quite often?
It's not uncommon. I think you see it more at the high school level, or maybe you see it more in the men's game than in the women's game. I'm not sure, but we played a diamond in the back 3 out of 4 years when I was in high school, and not at all in college. But it has a lot to do with your personnel. If you've got someone who is an out-and-out sweeper, then you want to utilize that person because he can do the job of essentially 2 different people back there, and that frees up an extra person to be the stopper, which is essentially like acting as a third midfielder right in the middle of the field, and then you've got your 2 outside.
Dan O'Connell will give the long throw. It's nodded on from the edge of the 6-yard box, and again cleared out towards the parking lot by the Wilmington defense. That was, I believe, Santino Toscano. This one's actually going to be out for a corner kick. While I have a moment, Santino Toscano, just a freshman. He also was a finalist in the States for golf this year. One of only 4 freshmen in the entire state to make it out to Penn State. Here's a shot from about 25 yards out off the back of the head of a Hounds defender. Sacrificed the body to help clear it out of danger. Not out of danger yet, though. Seneca trying to retreat, and it's going to be stepped on and stolen away, and it looked like maybe a chance for a Hounds break, but they're going to stop the play because Turvo was the one who stopped it with the back of his head. Brandy Sanford will come out onto the field to make sure he's all right, and that's just a safety thing, especially being a hit to the head, Alex.
Yeah, they'll take him off. They'll, ask him some questions, make sure his eyes are working right. Run their concussion protocol. But we're hoping he'll be back out there as soon as he's cleared.
Just over 4 minutes to play. Not expecting maybe even see him. Well, I say that, and there is somebody waiting to check in already for the Hounds. As he is the leading goal scorer. They don't want him off the pitch for too long. Here's a centering pass, and well read by Legnoski. Cross a little too close to the keeper, but it's Legnoski making the big save. He's got to be careful because he almost went over the line on his last kick. Made sure of it this time and boots it out towards midfield. Nodded forward by Beckett Miller, playing on that front line. George. Cleared forward by Seabolt, who had the 3rd goal, his first of the season, to make this now a 3-0 scoreline. One of the other things, didn't get a chance to talk about it during the pregame, Alex. Wilmington was able to outshoot Mercer 19-5 in that semifinal game, but they had to weather the storm. A couple of late opportunities for the Mustangs they were able to weather. Now it's the other way around. Now they have to come and play from behind, something they haven't done much this season.
Yeah, and you hope that, those games where they played against the 2A teams and, some of those resulted in losses, but you have to hope that created some resilience in this team. If you go out and you only play teams that you're going to beat, you're never developing that resilience muscle.
Dan O'Connell fighting off James Winters, able to get that throw in, and we're going to see now Winters check back out, and it looks like that is Turvo coming back in. Good to see, but down to 2.5 minutes remaining. Ryder Turvo, one of the 6 sophomores in this starting 11 for Coach Hill. Throw in going towards Turvo in the box, but headed down and out of danger by Seneca. With it there, Reed Yost. He's going to get dispossessed. Wilmington still with it, trying to find room on the near sideline, and a good job to clear it off of a Wilmington player and out of play. Braden Kibbe able to get it done, the senior defenseman getting possession back for the Bobcats. And now they're going to try to just matriculate the ball down the field with a couple of throws. Here's another long one from Dan O'Connell. Nodded back forward, and this one's actually going to draw a foul against Colin Hill. And a little of a talking to there from Mr. Official as well. Jed Brown will take another long kick from near midfield and skies it right where he wants it to the edge of the 6-yard box. Bounces around and having to dive, scrambling back is Legnoski to cover it up.
Yeah, that's a fantastic weapon to have in your arsenal, to be able to drop those balls in from close to midfield right into the middle of the box there.
90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Seneca still pressing. They want a fourth in the back of the net before the first half ends. Wilmington trying to get some momentum before the teams adjourn. And they're going to get another chance at a long throw, and it looks like here, Alex, with just under a minute to play.
Oh, they took it quick.
Took it quick this time. And it's going to work maybe to Wilmington's advantage. Pass towards the middle and able to recover there with Mason Harvey to get possession back. Here's a chip forward. Sweeper back, getting it. Jed Brown, calm, collected, works it back up towards midfield where it's corralled there by Lucas Hoffman. Hoffman trying to go 1-on-2, runs out of real estate, and that's going to be a throw-in. Took a deflection off of Wilmington. Quick throw-in taken, again working down the sideline, down to 24 seconds remaining. Another throw-in coming for the Seneca Bobcats. Ten seconds remaining, still fighting. Wilmington just clears it out of danger. One last effort maybe for Seneca. Can they get a quick throw in? 3 seconds, got to work quickly, and they're not going to be able to get a shot off in time. That's how the first half will come to an end, but a dandy. Goals by Hoffman, Zazeta, and Seabolt, making it a 3-0 Bobcats advantage at the break. We'll take a break as well, back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
After 2 shoulder surgeries, my doctor wanted me to go to his physical therapy, which was out of town, and I chose Washington Center Physical Therapy.
The availability is absolutely amazing. When we call to get an athlete in, we get them in the exact same day.
I see many patients preoperatively for orthopedic surgeries. Those patients who use Washington Center have the best outcomes.
The bottom line is Washington Center Physical Therapy is your best choice for physical therapy.
Call us at Washington Center Physical Therapy, serving the community for over 20 years.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
It's your LGKG halftime show. Your insurance company not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are. You can visit them online at lgkg.com for your free consultation. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years. And for the Wilmington Greyhounds, well, it feels like that first half took about 80 years with goals just kept on pummeling in against them. It was 0-0 for the first 22 minutes of play. Lucas Hoffman able to get the first one in off of a cross in front, headed it straight into the back of the net, and then 2 more from Josiah Zazeta, the freshman, getting a goal 5 minutes later. And just 3 minutes after that, the first goal of the year for Brady Seabolt, making it a 3-0 scoreline. After Wilmington controlled basically the first half of the first half, it was all Seneca after that, Alex, and that's it's a well-deserved 3-0 scoreline.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're two fairly evenly matched teams, but when you've got Seneca really capitalizing on the opportunities they're generating, 3-0 makes sense as the scoreline. And it's, as I said in the first half, it's a game of phases. You're going to have swings in momentum when you've got two teams that are similarly matched. And it's just the fact that Seneca did a better job of outlasting that initial phase that was ruled by Wilmington. Their defense, their defensive positioning was outstanding, continued to be outstanding throughout the entire half. And they just really doused any opportunities that Wilmington had early on, and it worked to their benefit because they then were able to get those 3 goals in fairly quick succession in the second half of the first half. Second half of the whatever.
That's exactly what it was, the second half of the first half, and that's where they got their 3 goals all within an 8-minute span for this 3-0 scoreline. What we're going to step aside. We'll come back for second half action here in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Second half coming your way. Teams will switch sides. Seneca will have first possession to start the second half, and they also have a 3-0 advantage. Glad you can join us here at lcsportsnet.com. Alex Dotson alongside. I'm James Dotson. Glad to have the coverage here yet again for your District 10 Class 1A championship. And working up the field quickly is Seneca going straight across, and they're going to get last touch, and they'll get their 3rd corner kick of the game. Only, actually no corner kicks in the first half at all for the Greyhounds. Braden George is going to take another out swinging corner. Low on the ground, going to be knocked out of danger by Colin Hill. Didn't even have a chance to talk before the kickoff, and now we finally have a break in the action to ask Alex, what's the biggest thing you want to see change from Wilmington here in the second half of play to try to right the ship a bit?
I mean, it's tough to say. I would say, you know, they need to make sure that they're marking and spacing themselves better defensively and building the play through possession.
Good job to sky up there by Legnoski. And that was kind of the thing that actually really plagued Seneca in their semifinal game. Coach Pakevich basically said there was too much kickball, too much kick and chase, not enough possession. And early on, I think you can almost say the same sort of thing, more dictated by Wilmington, why they couldn't possess. But once they finally did, they were able to find the open spots and a couple of big crosses leading to goals.
Well, and it's a different style of possession. Like, I wouldn't say that Seneca's not a possession team, but they possess quickly down the field. Their goal is efficiency. How can we get from point A to point B as quickly as possible? Whereas Wilmington's a bit more of a slow burn. You know, they want to play the way they're facing, all of that stuff. It's fantastic, and it wears down defenses, but they haven't reaped the rewards yet, and they've lost a little bit of that possession.
Here's a chance to right in front, and it's a cross at the end of the 6-yard box, but Turvo couldn't get the right foot around it. The shot goes out of play for a goal kick, but that's one of the better attacking chances you've seen from Wilmington on a ground ball right in front, and Turvo able to get around the defender and kick it, get a shot, at least attempt close to goal, but it's off the mark.
Yeah, I would say that's a good way to come out for Wilmington, to weather a little bit of an offensive or a defensive phase there and then go down and get a shot, even if it's not a shot on goal. It says that they've got some fight in them. It might be 3-0 on the scoreboard, but it's 0-0 start of the new half.
5 shots, 3 on goal for Wilmington so far in the game. 6 shots, 5 of them on goal, 3 of them in the goal for the Bobcats in the first half. 3 goals by 3 different players. Hoffman, Zazeta, and Siebold. Wilmington trying to possess from the back line, able to get it into the midfield there for Elliott Moore. Moore working up to Turvo. Turvo fights off one defender. A crossover looking for Wilson. Playing it back. And maybe just a split second late coming through Wilson, Daniel Wilson that time. Trying to get it from Jake. They do earn the throw, but there have been a couple of those plays where it looks like just the Mercer defense has been a step quicker in attacking it really more than anything. Not that they're necessarily faster, Alex, but just they're taking the step quicker.
Right, yeah. It's a matter of waiting for the pass to get to you versus going to the pass. And I think that Wilmington, on occasion, with some of these passes, waits for it to get to them while the defender is stepping to it actively. And as a result, like, they intercept the ball. They send it back down the field.
As they do right here on try to get the through ball. Braden Kibbe able to step in front of it and work their way now up the near sideline with some space. Zazeta already with one goal, now looking to try to set up another. Drops it back. Wide open is Seabolt. He's got a goal as well. His centering pass, though, goes to no one. Wilmington able to get the interception, see if they can go with some speed on a break. Up to Turvo it goes. Turvo, nifty move on the crossover to get it to Beckett Miller. Miller works it ahead. Looking up there for Jake Wilson. He's shouldered off the ball by the last line of defense. Still in the attacking third, though, with some space in front of him. There was Hill. Hill, good through ball to Turvo again into the box. Looking for help. Shoulders off a defender. Able to get it to the middle. His shot is in! Colin Hill puts Wilmington on the board and trying to pump the crowd up. That's one. 2 more to go, but that's a big first one from the senior midfielder.
I'll tell you what, you could feel that play building from the back line. When it was intercepted by the left back, and then he turned and played it square to the center defender, and then they look upfield, they play their possession game, and even when they're down in the corner, and it's like, how can you get a shot off here? Your defender has closed you down. They stayed calm, they stayed composed, and they made it work.
What a beautiful shot, too, into the side netting, but set up by Turvo, basically screening off the defender. Good repositioning from Colin Hill, and then puts it in past the diving Peterson for his 13th goal of the year. Wilmington still in this one. A 46th minute goal for the Hounds. By the way, it's a team-high 12th assist on the year for Ryder Turvo as well.
Leading goal scorer and leading assists.
Turvo is now, yes. 25 goals and now 12 assists on the season.
Impressive from the sophomore.
Coach Hill talked about this, and he's got a nice gelling group of seniors and underclassmen, especially the sophomore class. There's the Wilmington defense this time being the first one to step through and step to the ball. It's going to be knocked out of play before Beckett Miller can get to it, but another sophomore able to step through. Seneca thinks it's their throw, but it's definitely Wilmington's throw-in. Braden Kibbe says otherwise, but here comes a chance at a long throw from Seth Arblaster. Takes it quickly. Miller, back heel looking for him. Won't get to him, but it will get to Hill. Hill's going to take another shot looking for the back corner, and it didn't miss by much. Watching it the whole way was Peterson, and he even jumped up thinking he might have to swat it away. Oh, it was deflected. This is going to be a corner. This is a deflected shot. This will be the first corner kick of the match coming from the Greyhounds.
You can feel the momentum shifting hard in Wilmington's favor right now. We'll see if Seneca can outlast this second attempt here for a goal.
It is a gem corner kick, and it's an out swinger, and it somehow stayed in play, but it goes awkwardly off the head of Maddox Reeder, out for a goal kick. Your gem corner kick. Master Craftsmen and Builders. Visit gembuilders.com for more information. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allow them to help any project and meet any challenge, building our community for 70 years.
Well, Seneca's got a couple of insurance goals here, but they have to be getting nervous. Here we go. We've got a counterattack.
Seneca, just like that, as you say, gets into the box. And how about that? Sticky hands from Legnoski to keep that one from going across. His third save of the match keeps it a 3-1 scoreline. That's what Seneca can do, though, Alex. They can go in a hurry up the pitch. Didn't take long.
Absolutely. And they've proven they're lethal.
Turvo finding Hill again, trying to work it up to Jake Wilson. Ball got caught up in the boots, and we're going to have a whistle. Or no, not a whistle. Looked like everybody stopped play for a minute there, Alex, but no whistle granted. Now a throw-in coming for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it looked as though the ball hit the official, and I don't know what happened.
He just said play on. If it's an obvious possession one way or the other, they could do a drop ball, but and just basically award possession to whatever team had it, but they're going to say that was just a play on. And Jake Wilson looked like he did come up a little bit limp after that collision. He will step off the field. Believe that's James Winters checking back in for him. Throw in coming for Grady Seabolt and Seneca. 3 goals in the first half, but a 46-minute goal from Colin Hill, bringing this back into play.
That's a cheeky turn.
Colin Hill, one of the 3 senior captains of this Wilmington team, able to create some space. Winters with it on the far sideline, dispossessed there, chasing it down. And maintaining possession now is Wilmington. Again, space in front, trying to look it up forward, but no one making the run on that far sideline. Basically pass to no one. Players' bodies flying everywhere now. 4 or 5 bodies on the turf. And in the end, all it is a throw-in for Wilmington. And good sportsmanship as Seth Arblaster battling with Josiah Zazeta. Both kind of went down in a heap, helping each other up. Just good, hard football going for it there, Al. Trying to go 1-on-2 there was Colin Hill, losing possession. It's going to be cleared down the field. And right now, Seneca's content with doing that if they need to clear out of danger. Still with a 2-goal advantage. Still plenty of time, though. Over a half hour left to play here in the Class 1A D10 Championship.
Yeah, Wilmington was in possession again there, and you thought you could feel it building, but it was disrupted by the Seneca defensive mid or defender. I couldn't tell the positioning there. Either way, good read on that ball as they were looking to play it square across the field.
Seneca's done a great job really all night, especially on the last line of defense there by Jed Brown. Called his name 6 or 7 times really tonight for what he's done from the sweeper position. But that defense has to work as a unit, and very few times have they been left hanging out to dry. The only time that they did, Colin Hill took advantage, sneaking behind a defender for the lone Wilmington goal of the evening. Ball out towards midfield, good find. With some space now and some speed is Seneca. Getting around the edge is Reed Yost. Yost, he had the semifinal goal, takes this one from far out, and it's going to be an easy save for Legnoski.
Yeah, I would say that's a shot you've got to take. You've got the defender running you down. You can hear the footsteps. You don't see any of your teammates up there. So you got to take that shot, even if it's from outside, even if it's not a great angle. And just hope that maybe the goalkeeper flubs it. In this case, that did not happen. He had clear possession of it and scooped it up pretty easily.
4 save for Legnoski, 3 saves for Mike Peterson on the other side for Seneca. The only numbers that matter, the 3-1 scoreline. Here with just under 30 minutes to play. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show. We'll name our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, as well as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Going 1-on-1 in the box, shot from a short angle, and it's going to go in. 3-goal advantage back to 4 as Seneca makes it 4-1, back to a 3-goal edge.
And that's tough. That's the second near post goal that they've had, which is a positioning issue from a goalkeeping perspective, making sure that they don't have the opportunity to sneak one in near side. But it's also another opportunity where you had the defenders having to chase backwards toward the goal rather than approaching the ball, which speaks to Seneca's ability to find those seams to get the ball through on the outside, to get the crosses over, get the shots through. Yeah, that's tough.
And
Great for Seneca.
And it's a brace for Lucas Hoffman. His second goal coming in the 52nd minute, taking it back up to a 3-score advantage. That Wilmington momentum may have just sailed out the door here at Franklin High School. This one on the outside of the corner flag. It will be a long throw. Again, still plenty of time, and Wilmington has shown that they have the capability. I mean, not only tonight, but all year long. 80-plus goals on the season for this team. 84 now.
Yeah, they'll have more opportunities. They'll create more opportunities. They need to collect themselves and get back to playing their game.
And they're going to earn a throw in their defensive third. An interesting stat for both of these teams. Wilmington a 12-4-1 record coming into today's game. Seneca 12-7 on the season. Neither team had lost to a 1A school all year. Every loss was to an upper class 2A or 3A school. Well, how did that one stay out? Right along the edge, and actually had to be punched away by Lignoski. It was basically riding right along the crossbar. So one of these two teams will have their first loss against a 1A opponent coming here tonight. Seneca playing in a region that's combined 1A and 2A, as we have another gem corner kick. It'll be an in-swinger this time. It's going to be taken short on the ground, trying to run through it. Bodies collide, and it's going to be Wilmington coming up with it. And wisely just clearing it out of danger there was Maddox Reeder. Didn't see anything he liked. He'd say, let's just get it out of here.
Yeah, Reeder's composure with the ball under pressure in the box like that is very wild to me. I don't have that kind of composure, while in the best way. It's impressive. I wouldn't think to settle the ball and shield it and turn and then play it wide.
Not on the same page as they tried to counter quickly as Beckett Miller passed it outside right at the wrong time when Turvo had gone inside. But still with possession, Colin Hill now trying to direct some traffic. Nifty move to get around a couple defenders, still fighting through. Square pass, though, a little bit behind his intended target. And again, cleared back to the Wilmington side of the pitch.
I would say he just needs to look to play simple there, right? He had a couple of options early on. He decided he didn't like what he saw. Had a couple more options, decided he didn't like them. At some point, you've got to see the simple ball, whether it's the person making the overlapping run beside you, a square pass, a drop pass, whatever it is. You don't have to play that perfect split to the running forward every time.
And how much of that, too, is a senior knowing that they're facing maybe the last 25 minutes of your high school career, thinking you have to just make a play right now?
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of it. I mean, it's a ton of pressure, and it's someone he's confident on the ball. He's able to possess it. But, he's got players around him who have made runs, made themselves available, and then have to make a second and a third run, and they're not doing it.
A rare miscue there from Turvo. Kind of stood on the ball, lost possession. Now Hill coming back. Nearly had it away from Seabolt, but able to fight through it was the junior midfielder. Right now the 50-50 balls are kind of going in Seneca's way. Here's a good chip over the top, looking for Zazeta. He puts one chopped up. It's worth 3 points tomorrow, but it's just a goal kick here tonight. Oh, we have a moment. Give a shout out to our friends at Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Make sure you check out the cafe and bakery section or place a to-go order online at josephsnc.com. Glad you can be joining us live or archived here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, in so many great ways. That the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership helping to improve the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. Visit lccap.org for more information. Beckett Miller trying to work the far sideline, shouldered off the ball. There was Wilson. I believe again Jed Brown coming over to knock it away. Still fighting in the attacking third, and as soon as you say that, cleared half the pitch all the way to the near sideline, but out of range of the running Reed Yost. Wilmington throw in as we approach the midway point of the second half, and given away as Wilson couldn't keep it in play. It's Dan Wilson. It is impressive, though, what this Hounds team has been able to do. Third straight year in the District 10 championship game, Alex, and they even lost 7 seniors that were all in the start, or not all of them starting, but most of them starting and all in the rotation. And to do it again this year with 5 more seniors and a lot of sophomores, this is a team that can continue to be right in this situation time and time again.
Yeah, absolutely. And each time that you've got this experience, you get to build on it. You know, even if the score line doesn't change that much from last year to this year, you've got a program next year with all of these rising juniors who have this experience. And that's not to, you know, count the chickens before they hatch.
Right.
We still have 22 minutes left to play. It can easily change. Oh.
And a nice little through ball to the middle and not on the same page. I think trying to chip it forward and put too much on it and end up going right easily into the hands of Peterson.
Yeah, I think, again, it's Wilmington not playing to their strengths the way that they did in that first 20 minutes of the game. They're trying to match pace with Seneca, and Seneca plays more directly than they do. They play more of what you see some of the Wilmington players trying to do, where they're trying to find that split through the defense, but you've got a different defense in Seneca than you do in Wilmington.
Seneca loving to work through the through balls especially. And it was interesting, too, because everything that we were looking at, we wondered how Wilmington would attack the speed of Seneca and how they would defend, really, against the speed of Seneca. That was the first thing that Coach Pekevich said to us was for a key to tonight's game was they had to match Wilmington's speed, which we both thought that was a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because that was, not the impression that we were given. We had heard over and over again about Seneca's speed. But yeah, apparently word had gotten back to Seneca about Wilmington's speed.
It's a different kind of speed, is it not?
I mean, it's quick passing. It's lots of movement off the ball when they're doing it well. And on occasion, a break down the outside. But I really think that Seneca has been well matched with the pace of their outside backs in that regard. So, I mean, it's been a good matchup, the Seneca defense versus the Wilmington offense. And, if Wilmington can, one of the things that really makes or breaks how their offense works is whether they are moving to the ball. They're doing a lot of great movement off the ball, but not necessarily to it, and they're getting beaten to it.
Defender got to that one first at Jed Brown, but staying with it was Turvo. Could square the ball from Colin Hill to the center of the pitch. Better movement with the ball here. Dan Wilson gets the drop pass back. Again, better possession here for sure. Not coming on the near side. Jake Wilson, who just checked back on. His square pass.
Yeah, this is excellent here. Excellent play from Wilmington.
Chipped forward, but not on the same page. Still fighting for it on that far sideline. It looks like Winters is going to get to it first. Shouldered off the ball. Fighting forward, bodies flying, and just a split second late was Maddox Reeder. And yeah, you're right. You had a good string of passes together, a little tic-tac-toe action, and then one
They try
pass.
to go direct and get cut off.
I think a lot of times, too, Wilmington's just seeing the space in front of them like they do here and thinking they need to go with speed. And you're saying just keep playing your game. Elliot Moore on the far side now.
Yeah, if it's a foot race of more than a couple steps to the ball, there's not much that's going to stop a Seneca player from intercepting it there. You got to make sure you're playing it close to your forward's feet so that they can just easily, step two steps to get to it. But if it's more than that, it's Seneca's game.
Wilmington about 19 minutes to try to find a trio of goals. They've done it plenty of times this year.
And they're building some momentum right now. Like I said, Wilmington's a slow burn.
Yes. Oh, we've talked about it too, though, the fact that they've played all these games mostly against 1A opponents, have not lost to a 1A opponent. Neither team has, as Turbo dribbling in a phone booth, looking for the return pass. Well defense, good find here on the near side. Long shot, grounded in, and absolutely may have taken a deflection as Peterson wasn't sure what to do with the attempt from Dan Wilson.
And this is more more textbook Wilmington play right here. I think they can capitalize on this phase of the game. But we'll see. Seneca's got a fantastic defense. we'll see if they ride it out.
See the foot race on the far sideline. It's going to be won by Seneca for another gem corner kick upcoming.
18-10.
They got the creative edge where design and construction come together with experience from concept to creation. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Give them a call at 724-652-1372 for more information. Right to the penalty spot. Ball able to be at the feet of a Seneca attacker, but unable to get the shot off there was Reed Yost, and a shot from just outside the box, easily corralled for Legnoski's 5th save. Wilmington has scored multi-goal games in 13 of their 18 matchups this year, just one on the board so far. Here's one going over the top, looking for Turvo. One of the few times they've been able to go over the top, looking for some help. Can he find some? He'll take the shot. It's blocked down by Brown, but still with possession is Wilmington, and tackled away by Cameron Beebe. Good defense, not once but twice. Unable to get a shot on target there was Turvo. Hounds' leading scorer has been held off of the scoreboard here tonight. What's crazy, too, Al, is that in those games where they only scored 1 or no goals, before the semifinal, Wilmington was 0-3-1 in those games. And that was something Coach Hill talked about, was how happy he was that in a close, tight game, his team was able for the first time really this year to get that win in the tight, low-scoring game. Now they have a completely new scenario. They've not been down by multiple goals really at all this year. The only time Girard, a 2-0 loss, and then Slippery Rock and Hickory in 2 of the first 3 games of the year where they lost 3-1 and 4-2. Other than that, they've basically led the rest of the way throughout the entire season.
Yeah, that's that resilience muscle that they haven't really worked on much this year, haven't had opportunity to work on much this year with their conference play being so many other single-A teams.
Yeah, it is interesting that Region 1, where Wilmington is, it's all 1A schools. But Seneca in Region 4 is a mix, half 1A and half 2A. And all of region losses that they had, the Bobcats had, were against the 2A schools at the top of the region, Franklin and Warren.
So much going on.
Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Just under 15 minutes remaining. Just over 15 minutes remaining, I should say. Turbo fighting forward and losing possession. Good step over by Jed Brown, the sweeper, trying to play a little offense right now. The senior does have a pair of goals on the year, trying to set up on the far side now. Looking for Hoffman. He's got a pair of goals. Cleared out. Still in the attacking third, though. Long attempt coming, and it's going to go off with a football crossbar. Didn't miss by much for Jed Brown. He took advantage of a chance to maybe put himself on the scoreboard here.
I don't know if you saw that, but that shot hit the crossbar 3 times.
Oh, you tell me was that the Philadelphia Eagles that hit the crossbar 3 times? Josh to my right is pondering. We'll see if Rob Nattell out there can confirm or deny. But that did. It hit 1, 2, 3 times, came back down. Good eyes, Alex. Good work by Rob Nattell, our cameraman, to catch that. Jake Wilson fighting on the near sideline. The senior attacker actually playing back as a wing back now, Alex. Interesting little wrinkle, maybe a chance thinking that he can maybe attack from one of the outside backer positions, provide an extra offensive threat.
Possibly. Sorry, what I'm noticing right now is that the Wilmington team is keeping one of their forwards way out to the right, even when play is happening on the left side of the field, and I'm not sure if there's a strategy to that or if he's just kind of self-isolating. He's been unable to get involved in the play a lot of the time, but it does seem like they've tried to switch it to him a few times. It's been unsuccessful, so I'm not sure if maybe they should pinch him in a bit more, especially when the ball's on the near side of the field.
Playing that kind of diamond roll in the back line could be something to try to just spread that sweeper out as this one deflects in front and a wide open net for the 5th goal of the game for Seneca. Off the corner kick Ushered forward, took a deflection, and just waiting on the doorstep. Believe that was Zazeta again.
That's another defensive positioning error by the Wilmington side there, letting the Seneca forward get inside, both inside to the center of the field and closer to the goal than the defender.
5-1 your score, just over 13 minutes to play. And it's a scoreline that matches last year's championship game. 5-1 was the score last year with Seneca with the 1 seed, Wilmington the 2. They flip-flopped the seeds, but the score line has not been adjusted. 2 goals for Lucas Hoffman, 2 goals for Josiah Zazeta, and the first goal of his season for Brady Seabold. Really, Alex, for Seneca, it's been an opportunistic offense for the Seneca Bobcats here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Yeah, I mean, I would say if we had a possession clock, it's been close to even. It's definitely not a game that has been dominated by Seneca in terms of possession, but they are lethal in the attack. You know, when they get into that attacking third, if they get any opportunity, they're putting it on goal.
Foul, an injury, and a stoppage of the clock on the far sideline, and player down for Wilmington.
Yeah, I don't believe it was a foul.
Just a hit to the head.
Just a hit to the head, and they stopped the play immediately.
Brady Sanford out on the field quickly and up to his feet quickly. That was Elliot Moore, the junior midfielder, being helped to the sideline. And they will drop ball. Possession will remain with Wilmington. Cleared out of danger. Again, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show here at the end of this one. We'll announce our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, our MVP Insurance MVP of the game as well. Centering pass, able to fight through it defensively was Jake Wilson. It's going to go out of play for another Seneca throw. Home, auto, term, life, liability, insurance, and more. Call MVP Insurance for the win. Visit mvpins.com to request your free quote. Into the box it goes. And stolen away in the attacking third. Josiah Zazeta. As soon as he gets it, tried to center, but pass deflected away. Still fighting for it now. Reed Yost. He wants a piece of the action. The leading goal scorer on the year for Seneca. No shots on target yet for him tonight. Hasn't needed it. A 5-1 scoreline, and it shows the variety that this offense has. The number 2 goal scorer coming into tonight is Braden Kibbe. He's got 9 goals on the year. None scored here this evening. Hoffman now with 9 on the year. Zazeta, the freshman, with 8. And how about that? The freshman getting a pair of goals here in this contest.
I mean, that's huge as a freshman in a championship game to walk away with a pair of goals.
Coach Bukevitz, when he came in to Seneca 4 years ago, program that was in need of a little bit of a shift, a little bit of change. Well, mentality certainly has changed. How about 10 minutes away from back-to-back district championships? And a good number of underclassmen to be working with. It's kind of a whistle, looks like a foul given on the far side. A long free kick coming while we have a while we have a moment. Give a shout out to our friends at Health in Motion, keeping you moving. No referral needed to visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Come in for a 15-minute consultation. Save those unnecessary trips to the doctor's office.
Long kick from Jed Brown here.
Brown puts it right where he wants it, at the edge of the box, and that one didn't go. It's still in play. It didn't miss by much. That's just going to be a save for Legnoski. Still in danger. This one blocked in front by one of the Wilmington defenders as well, and finally cleared out. That ball pinballed around a couple of different times, Al, but just didn't find its way in the net.
Yeah, it looked like Legnoski got dinged up a little bit there. He got up limping, but he's back on his feet. It seems like he's okay.
Okay, until he looks at the scoreboard behind him and sees just 9 minutes remaining. Around the defender and having to just get big body was Legnoski to clear that one out of danger. This is going to be the 6th gem corner kick of the game.
And that was a fantastic save there. You got to really go back, go against everything that your intuition's telling you as a goalkeeper, like 90% of the time. Huge props to anyone who's a goalkeeper, because he just had to run at that ball and throw himself at it.
Get big, they say. He did enough to knock it away, and now we're going to have a whistle and a free kick coming out on the foul against Seneca. Well, we talked about the keys to the game in this one now. Let's take a look back at how the teams are making progress on those works in progress keys to the game. Both teams talked about keeping their composure throughout this one, and for the most part, just Seneca, not that Wilmington has done it poorly, just Seneca has done it better.
I would say it's tough. I would say that when Wilmington is composed, they are much more composed than Seneca is at their most composed, if that makes any sense at all.
I don't know. You said composed a lot. No, what you're saying, when Wilmington's been at their best tonight, they've been out-composing Seneca. They've just done it, the Bobcats have, for longer stretches of this game, and that's why they've had a couple of stretches where they've gotten those multiple goal stretches and now have a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Seneca's strength has not been in their composure. It's been in their drive to goal. They've been hungry.
One of the other Wilmington keys to the game was to work the ground ball. They didn't want to be having with an aerial attack. Well, one of the early goals for Seneca came off of a corner kick, another one off of a long throw, and that last one off of a corner kick wasn't in the air, but it was off of a set piece. Those type of plays ended up being kind of the Achilles heel for the Wilmington team here tonight. On the other side, Seneca, they said their biggest key when you talked to Coach Mikevich was to hold their marks tonight against the attack of Wilmington. That came in putting in 83 goals on the season. For the most part, they did a great job. When they didn't hold their marks throughout the game tonight, Alex, I think they've done a great job of having that rotating defense in the back line and using that diamond to their advantage.
Yeah, I would say they're training defensively. I mean,
here's another shot, though, right in front. Sorry to cut you off, but beautiful play, get around the defender, and to center it in front for an easy goal. And hats off to Mr. Zazeta, the freshman, right on the doorstep, gets the hat trick. Six to 1. Nice give and go. Wilmington still fighting hard. Colin Hill, the senior, then a little bit too far out in front. Still fighting, getting it back on the near side. That's Landon Klein, a junior, in there for the first time tonight. Drops it off for Hill. Hill tries to go one-on-one, gets some space. His shot towards the back post is going to drift wide and out of play for a goal kick with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here at Franklin High School. By the way, while I have a moment, got to give a special shout-out. Thanks to everybody here at Franklin for all they've done for us here tonight, because they got us on the Wi-Fi. That was a big help. They kept us nice and cozy here in the booth. Again, rubbing it into Rob Natel out there on the bleachers. But they've been very hospitable to us. Can't thank them enough for everything here this evening. Seneca looking for more, trying to increase this advantage.
I appreciate the fact that Wilmington is still generating opportunities, that they haven't gotten to the point where they're just, fed up with the scoreline, sitting back defensively and just kicking it downfield. They're still working on building the play through the midfield, trying to find the forwards. And you got to respect that willingness to continue to try to play to their strengths.
That's a credit to Coach Kevin Hill and his assistants Mark Williams and Mike Reeder. And again, remember, Coach Williams was the acting head coach in each of the last 2 championships. So unfortunately for Coach Hill, he can't be saying that he's the difference maker, as he's finally able to be in a championship game as the head coach, as this shot grounded in from Braden Kibbe and saved. How about this, though? 13 shots on target now for Seneca on the night versus just 6 on target for Wilmington. Down to 4 minutes remaining. Apologize for what sounds like alien invasion at the moment, as we have some of the seniors coming off, but the freshmen coming off as well. Number 29 with 3 goals tonight in the 27th, 67th, and 74th minute. The freshman Josiah Zazeta with the hat trick here this evening. Time winding down on the season, though, for the Hounds. Unfortunately, just one team out of District 10 will make it into the state tournament, and is the champion here tonight. Seneca, though, hats off to them because they played a near-flawless game. They were able to control the outcome here from the get-go. Well, not from the get-go, real Alex, because Wilmington, especially in the early going, had a great stretch. They just couldn't find any to get in the back of the net, and then a couple counters, and next thing you know, Seneca, bing, bang, boom, was up 3-0.
Yeah, it's I can't speak highly enough of Seneca's play, particularly defensively. Honestly, it's hard. It was hard for me anyway to follow where they were generating most of their attack from. It just seemed like they struck, and they struck quickly. It was like a cobra. It was like all of a sudden they're down at the other end of the field scoring a goal. And, I know a couple of those came off of free kicks. They had a lot of opportunities from corners. And those are all opportunities to just coming from pure hustle. Being willing to take a hit, to muscle down to the goal line or the end line and play it off of a defender. So really just, some fantastic play from the Seneca side. It's a well-earned win. The score line is a little higher, I think, than the overall possession numbers. But absolutely well fought and a classy game by both teams.
And a final curtain call for Coach Kevin Hill, getting his seniors off. Colin Hill just took the jog off the field. He's the lone goal scorer tonight for the Hounds. A 46-minute goal off of the assist from Ryder Turvo. Looked like the Hounds had some life. That cut it to 3-1. But Seneca able, again, a couple of counters, getting just enough done to get the win.
And this Wilmington team has a lot to build on.
Yes.
A lot of just really incredible foot skills, ball control, movement off the ball. Their patterns of play are fantastic, albeit my one caveat to that. Hang on.
As we get a long ball behind the defense and squaring right through the box. Body's going down. It's just going to trickle out of bounds with 30 seconds left. Go ahead, Al.
The one place I would say that they can improve their game offensively is just making sure that they are coming to the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Come to the ball. Patterns of play are there. ball control when it's at their feet, it's there. Offensively, this is a team to look out for going forward with all these sophomores.
Hopefully they'll be making some more trips to this championship game. Hopefully they will get over the hump, but they will not be tonight. A hat trick from Josiah Zazeta gives the Seneca Bobcats a repeat District 10 gold medal. Your final score here from Franklin High School, Seneca 6, Wilmington 1. We'll recap it all on our Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Our Tri-County Principals post-game show will send it down to field level for the trophy ceremony.
Number 18, Beckett Miller. Number 21, Daniel Wilson. Number 22, Dalton Harvey. Number 23, Santino Toscano. Number 25, Maddox Reeder. And number 33, Zach Kuzma. Their assistant coach is Mark Wilson, Mike Reeder, and head coach Kevin Hill. We will now present the championship medals to the members of the Seneca Bobcats soccer team. Number 1, Braden George. Number 2, Blake Kibbe.
The season comes to the end.
Number 4, Trevor Dean. Number 7, Daxton Callahan. Number 8, Anthony Bukowski. Number 9, Cameron Beebe. Number 10, Micah Hetherington. Number 11, Jed Brown. Number 12, Braden Johnson. Number 13, Noah Bukowski. Number 14, Braden Kibbe. Number 16, Lee Hoover. Number 18, Dan O'Connell. Number 19, Aiden Toothman.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if
20,
Wilmington had been able to possess just a little bit better and a little
Sean
more, their game plan essentially would be wear down the defense, right? Like keep hammering them, keep the ball down there, keep pressure on them. And then those opportunities start to fall later in the game once the defense is tired. When they lost hold of their game plan is when Seneca was then able to take possession, move down the field, and implement their game plan of quick possession, more direct to goal, generating those opportunities off of free kicks, off of corner kicks, and ultimately their game plan won out.
Both teams have received their medals. We'll come back in a moment.
The District 10 Championship trophy is now presented to Seneca Bobcats.
As well as our MVP of the game and our play of the game when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
District 10 boys title, and also back-to-back here tonight as the Lady Bobcats were victorious 4-1 earlier over Mercer. Now a 6-1 scoreline. Seneca defeating Wilmington here tonight in the nightcap. Real quick, the scoring recap. Wilmington controlled the first 20 minutes of play, but in the 22nd minute, Lucas Hoffman puts the Bobcats on the board first on a cross and header straight in the back of the net. 5 minutes later, Josiah Zazeta gets his first of 3 goals, mark that one down, and then just 3 minutes after that, a long shot from about 25 yards out that just snuck over the top of the Greyhounds keeper, made it 3-0 at the end of the first half. Wilmington actually outshot, no, they were even in shots total, 5 shots each in the first half, but they were unable to have an advantage, a 3-0 Seneca lead. Wilmington, though, came out strong in the second half. Colin Hill gets the goal in the 46th minute off of the assist from Ryder Turbo. Turbo kind of backing his way in, good reposition from Hill, puts it in the side netting, made it 3-1. A lot of life there for the Greyhounds, but it was extinguished just 6 minutes later. Hoffman gets his second goal in the 52nd minute, and then Josiah Zazeta puts the lights out for good. 67th and 74th minute goals off of crosses. putting it out of reach. Zazeta gets the hat trick and a 6-1 victory in the game. Alex, real quick, just again reiterating the fact, you lose the seniors on this team. Give a shout out to Jake Wilson, to Colin Hill, to James Winters, Chris Morozek, Mason Harvey, and Maddox Reeder, the 6 seniors on this squad. But you do have a legacy that they've helped build. They've made it out of 3 straight district championships while on this team. No, they've brought home silver 3 times, haven't been able to get the gold. However, this again is a team that has a lot of potential here to work forward in the next couple of years to keep working with.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be the legacy that these seniors leave behind, is the work that they did to put the team in this position, and the mentoring that they gave the sophomores this year. They won't be on the team next year, but I'm hoping they can watch the games with pride and see how successful the team that they set up has been.
One of those seniors, I should say, who scored the lone goal of the game for Wilmington, Colin Hill, his goal in the 46th minute is our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game award. Melee Chiropractic proud to present today's Play of the Game to Colin Hill of Wilmington. He actually just did receive his customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. You can view tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of your season's top plays by going online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Colin Hill of Wilmington for tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Alex, our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award winner, though, it's tough to go against a kid, not just a kid, a freshman, with 3 goals in the game.
Yeah.
Talk about Josiah's performance there today, Josiah Zazeta.
I mean, the composure to come into a championship game your first year of high school. You've got a season under your belt, but this is a completely different dynamic when you're playing for the medal. To come in and get a hat trick is just an unbelievable performance. It can't be overstated. And he had a fantastic team surrounding him. It's not as though he, picked up the whole team and carried them on his back. But just a real standout performance from the first year.
And definitely getting in the right position to find those open crosses, the open position for him to hammer them home, especially those last couple were basically wide open nets. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's, attributable to the offense and their strengths in terms of, they're lethal. They create opportunities and they take advantage of those opportunities, and they do it. They put on a clinic today.
Putting on a clinic today, my color commentator and my darling wife, Miss Alexa Dotson. She gets to do the honors. There's your surprise, your MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award winner.
MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Josiah Zazeta of Seneca. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Josiah Zazeta as tonight's MVP of the game. Josiah will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Josiah for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
How'd you do, Josh? Well done to Miss Alexa Dotson. Hey, how about that? You're back. We got you back on the mic after a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah, see if I do it again.
After that, yeah, maybe good luck. Thankfully, folks, we did drive separately. That is going to be a fun ride home. Special thanks to our crew here tonight, Josh Toman and Rob Nattel, coming up. Again, after this game was snowed out yesterday, glad they were able to work their schedules to be up here as well.
And for real, thank you for the opportunity. It was a pleasure until the very end when I was blindsided.
Well, blindsided as you were, it was a lot of fun yet again. Glad to get you back in the action, and hopefully we'll get a lot more soccer matches on the air. Unfortunately, our Lawrence County crew, in terms of teams, done for the season. But hey, we'll see what this team for Wilmington can do next year, and hopefully get a chance to get some Mohawk and Neshannock games covered next season as well. Again, congratulations, both these teams. Seneca, again, back-to-back champions. Wilmington, 30 straight years with silver medals, but another fantastic year. Big thanks again to Kevin Hill and to Jay Pikevitz for their help in terms of talking to us here before the game and getting us all set up. Special thanks to the entire crew here, everyone at Franklin High School, and special thanks to you watching at home, live or archived, and Tweety Bird as well, Miss Katie Walzer, tweeting from afar. My broadcast colleague, my wonderful wife, Alexa Dotson, I'm James Dotson saying so long for now, and stay tuned for more great action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.